Yo, it's your boy Michael Trill Tail, and I'm here with the Ghetto Flower, Fresh Flowers podcast. You already know what it is, back in the studio. Super excited for today's episode. You already know, got my main man, co-host Q in the building. What's good, gang?
What's going on, bro?
Cool, man.
Another special guest, man. We're on a roll.
Hell yeah.
We're on a roll,
nah,
man.
I love the consistency. Love to be back behind the mic, chopping it up. But yeah, definitely want to get into today's episode. We got a super special guest, fresh off an EP release, Naithemosthigh, Naithemosthigh, Volume 2, out now. Go get that. But yeah, Naith, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all. You all the way from.
Oh,
I was just slide over.
Yeah, we got to.
Thank you for having me, guys. I'm excited to be here.
No, dope. Yeah, no, blessed to have you in our studio, and yeah, let's kick it off.
Yeah. Let's dive into it. So you're fresh off the project, Naithemosthigh 2.
Yeah, Naithemosthigh, but we
Nice
can go by
assist-
NV2.
Nice
I
assist-
switched it to be by NV2.
Okay, for sure. Why do a volume 2 to it?
Okay, so
Because you dropped your project in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorite influences with rap is Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how Lil Wayne's catalog kind of has like the dedication, the no ceilings, the drought, this, anything. So immediately when I first started rapping, I would just be like, oh, I'm gonna have like this gonna be my this gonna be my that.
Okay.
So I wanted those things. So like if you look at my full catalog, you got LINU, then you got Grown, and that's like my letter series, but they're all acronyms for whatever. And then with Naithemosthigh, that was supposed to be like my more personal one, like my more personal series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I came up with the name Naithemosthigh, like, all about me, But then now where I'm at as an artist, I started thinking to myself, I was like, marketing wise, motherfuckers barely can spell narcissist. Naithemosthigh is like hard to spell, it's hard to search up and things like that. It's a tongue twister or whatever. So I was like NV2, and I just wanted to continue that story just to show my growth as an individual and as an artist as well.
Yeah, because I was about to ask, like, what's the difference between both of the projects? Is it the growth, or like what do you feel like is the sheer difference?
I think, there's a lot. So 2020, I was only a year into releasing music because I started releasing in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So hearing the vocals, like even the confidence in my delivery and my voice and the strength behind my words, my punchlines, if you put on, NV1 and then you put on NV2, it's completely different levels in that in terms of just like, it was still good. Like I was still a good writer, still good lyrics, but the strength of the delivery, songwriting ability, I think that in 2020, I had something to say and I just wanted to say it. And now I think I'm conscious enough to be like, I have something to say, I want to say it, but I understand others' perspective and receiving it, and making sure that I can make it something that's catchy, something that they can increase replay value, things like that. And then obviously the growth as an individual, the situations the problems I'm dealing with. 2020, I was still in college. I was like my junior year in college, and now I'm in a full adult livelihood. And what does that change? What are the different problems? So it's growth overall, whether it's stylistically or just as an individual.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Because that's huge. Like, you brought up a very big word when it comes to, like, artists. Like, when they're, like, younger, when they're starting out, like, the delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is about, like, like, what you say, but it is about how you say it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure. Like, you can say a bunch of nothing, but the way it's delivered is how people gonna receive it, hit it, your flow, things like that. So yeah, that's really important.
So how long? Sorry to cut you off.
No. Go.
How long did it take from you dropping Volume 1 to then telling yourself, okay, I'm ready for a number 2? What was that time and duration like during that period?
I think I always knew that I would do a number 2, but I didn't make the decision to start it until shortly after. I would like to say shortly after Grown came out. Like once Grown came out, people really liked Grown, and I felt like I enjoyed Grown myself as well. But I knew that there was a grittiness that Grown didn't have, because Grown wasn't supposed to be gritty. It was supposed to be a bit more chill, softer, vibey rap. Not too vibey, but just just more like riding music, as I call it. Yeah. But I knew that with NV2, that segment, that that series is meant to be more personal, more gritty, more like real rap like ish. So so after I finished Grown, I was like, yeah, Grown's cool, But I always have like 5 ideas going at once. And I'm like, but I know I want that NV2 to kind of come as like a heavy hit after the first one. And I truly do think I accomplished my goal with that.
That's fire. That's fire. So I guess kind of diving into, I guess, outside of the project in itself, where did you get the name Naithemosthigh from? How did that kind of come about?
Originally it was either gonna be Most High or Nigh, and but then, originally I just wanted to be Nigh, and then I was like, sometimes that whole like one syllable, like sometimes that's a vibe, and I was thinking about how it'll look written, things like that. But then I was at the time working with someone who like really was kind of like an early on investor into my career. She was from Atlanta. Shout out Nina Martin. And she was just like, oh, I think you just need a little something to add a ring to it, like somebody can like really lock you in with it. Yeah. And I was like, shit, the Most High, like not the Most High, like it was a no brainer. Like I just said it, but that's just also based off of like my personal and spiritual preferences and like and just like how I kind of look at myself and I identify myself. Like I always feel like I've always viewed myself as like God-like in the sense of not like a God complex at all, but just more so a sense of just like being in touch with your spirituality and being understanding that like as an androgynous person, like God is an androgynous being. Like it goes like we can go into it real deep and things like that. But it just like flew off my tongue. And then honestly, I'm so happy because now like it came with I started a whole little chant now. Like anytime I perform, like everyone's screaming like Most High. Like so it's like it shaped itself out. Now it's like its own thing,
No, that's dope. Yeah, it's always interesting to hear like the origin story of like an artist name and like how it kind of ties into you as a personal like personality, and then now even how it translates into like the music world and like your brand and your branding and stuff.
Like I'm always jealous of those people who like that be their real name. They're like, oh, that's my name. I'm like, damn, you got a good name.
Cool ass name. Yeah. So like I don't want to put out your government, but is your government like Nigh?
That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of it. Yeah. So, but I do like my name. I like my real name a lot, but it's
like halfway there.
I too many identities, too many lives I live.
I feel you. It's Hannah Montana out here.
Literally.
No, that's fire.
My
that's
job
fire.
would be like, that's you.
That's funny. No. So, no. So kind of on that note too, we kind of saw that you also have like, speaking of branding, you also have Most High Presents.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about kind of you getting into like the content world as it kind of evolves around being an artist as well, doing your day to day.
Yeah. So I kind of reached a point where I'm like, okay, like I have the confidence that I know I can rap. Like that's something that like I don't have to ask nobody. I don't need no one's approval or like confirmation. Like I know I can rap. I know I can do this. My goal is to like build my artistry and my career out further than just the skill set of being a rapper. So then also like I know my personality type. Like sometimes I'm in the mood to have a lot of fun and go out and like network and talk and go to the events, things like that. And then sometimes I just don't want to do it. And I know how that can inhibit us as artists if you are a bit shy or whatever. I'm not saying that I'm shy, but sometimes I just don't really be in the mood for like large social interactions. And as an artist, you're in these packed spaces and things like that. Yep. So I knew that it was kind of one of those like, if I didn't have access to a platform, I was gonna build it for myself. So like for instance, I have Most High Presents in the crib sessions, and I did that around a time where everyone was making their Tiny Desk submissions, and I was just sitting at home. I'm like talking to my buddy. I'm like it's cool that everyone's doing this and they're like, applying things like that. But we already know how the numbers go of that game, who's going to get what and da-da-da-da. But I was like, I feel like people fail to realize that the fact that they're setting this up for one audition, they could do that anytime. So I was like, I'm finna set it up in my crib. And like literally in the living room, just got a light. We set up the MPC, like all the, whatever the case. And we did that. And then I was like, and I'm about to have other Chicago artists come on here and do it. And it's just another form of content to put out into the world. And then it really came from, there's a woman named Naija Monique, and I think she's in Atlanta as well. But she has something called Cozy Sessions. And she had asked for artists from all over. So I did a Cozy Session. And I hit her up. I was like, hey, I'm going to do the same idea, but in Chicago to be a platform for Chicago artists. Yeah. And she was like, she appreciated the fact that I was inspired by her idea, and she still does hers. And you can watch Cozy Sessions on YouTube, and you can also watch In the Crib Sessions by Most High Presents. And yeah, now we've had about 10 episodes with great artists throughout the city, and then I just do it whenever I want to. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I got no song, let me do it. So that's how that came about. I was gonna tell you guys, I do have my own podcast, so y'all should come kick
for
it in
sure.
the
Yeah,
podcast.
let's set it up.
My
for sure.
podcast it get a little crazy though. It's called Most High Presents Bars at the Bar. We shoot it at Moxie Chicago. It's downtown on LaSalle. It's a Moxie is a Marriott hotel, but the theme of Moxie is all the lobbies are very interactive and fun and things like that. So like so with ours we have like the podcast booth or whatever. So you basically come down, you can get some food on me, get some drinks on me, but the drinks is the key. And like we like sit at the bar and drink for a little bit, but once everybody is like evidently in that mode, then we go into the booth and we just talk.
Oh,
Like,
that's fire.
It's,
That's
yeah,
fire.
it's not scripted. It's for all creatives. I done had producers, photographers, artists, whatever the case. And you just promote yourself at the same time, just have fun. Chop it up.
Yeah.
So that's that one. I'm trying to think. Oh, what else? I got the crib sessions. I got the bars bar. I started off with the cipher, which I do need to do another cipher again. That was real fun. So yeah, that's the culture cipher, and it's the cipher. The whole thing about it is everyone was doing hang the mics and stuff. So I was like, man, I wrote a rap while I get my haircut. So I was getting my haircut, and I did the freestyle while I getting the haircut, and then we had other artists come do it. And then the Village, Most High Presents the Village, and that would be like a stream of community service events. So far I only did one cipher, one community service event, one season of Bars at the Bar, and one season of Crib Session.
You getting stuff done.
Real.
You getting stuff
That's a production company right there. That's crazy.
Like, just planting them seeds that it's gonna work itself out.
So when did you start everything though? Like what? Like
with Most High Presents, I think like a year ago.
A year ago, okay.
I get in these like I don't know like what's y'all sign? That's zodiac sign.
I'm an Aries.
You're Aries. I'm an Aries rising. You said what?
Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn too.
Oh, fire.
No, I'm a Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio Moon, Aries rising. But I just get into these modes where if I have an idea, I just like hyperfixate on it and I just like do it. Like it'll be random in the middle of the night. I'm like, it's really easier than you think. Or like, and I like problem solving in general. Like, so it was about a year ago. Once I think it's about a year. I'm gonna have to check. I never even thought about how long it's been happening. But maybe about a year or two. But I just started thinking about how I wanted my brand to be formulated, and I wanted to name the brand Most High Presents because obviously every time you do something, it's like so and so presents, but the brand itself is called Most High Presents because I knew that there are so many things that I always want to dabble into, and it's just like presenting each of those. So that's why you got the village, the culture, bars at the bar. Yeah, I don't know. I just be doing it, and I be like, shit, come through.
Yeah. I love to see like, and just hear like artists and creatives like kind of take that responsibility and say, you know what, I see a void, let me fill that void.
Yeah.
And let me build a brand, or let me build a business, or let me build a platform to put other people on. And that kind of resonates with us too on like why we started They Ghetto Flower. Like we had homies that was doing stuff, but it's like, okay, y'all couldn't get on that blog. We gonna start a blog so you get on our blog type shit.
Yeah, so, and it helped me too because like with networking with others, like I said, you go to a show, you perform, you get off, you're tired, you're hot, sweaty, it's loud. You can't really have a true conversation where you connect with someone. Because like sometimes people will really like enjoy what you did and be like, yeah, they want to talk to you, but you can't really hear this and the other. So then you end up saying, okay, follow me on Instagram, whatever. Then you might DM each other, might not. Then now you're just ghost followers or like see each other's content here and there. So with doing these things, I was inviting people where it's like, I've seen them live before and I thought they were really cool, really dope, or we seem like we connect well. Come do this. And then we actually had this time on this podcast to talk, or, you know, you perform at the crib, and most of the time we end up jamming out the crib, chilling, freestyling, whatever the case may be. And that's helped me not only like build friends within like the music scene, which, you know, I think as an artist, it's important to have like your life friends. Like I got childhood friends, work friends, whatever the case may be. But as an artist, it's good to have friends who are doing the same thing as you, so they can understand those moments. You know,
100%.
Like as an artist,
definitely.
100%.
And like, where did like, you know, you were listening to, because I kind of want to get the origin story, because you bring up Lil Wayne, so was that like your influence, like kind of like with rap, or like like
I have a couple of rap influences, and they still like get added to over time. But in general with rapping, I have older siblings. I'm the youngest of my older siblings. So my brothers are like significantly older than me. Like my youngest older brother, I got all the older brothers. He's the youngest one. He's 5 years older than me. So when we going up to the top, I'm pretty sure my brother, what am I? I'll be 27 in January. My brother is probably like 15, 16 years older than me, like one of my oldest
Okay.
brothers. Yeah. So like I grew up being influenced and hearing a lot of different eras of music. So like when it comes to like Twista, Bone Thugs and Harmony, things like that, Do or Die, But then I also got brothers who's playing more like, my dad loved DMX, Ghostface Killer, Wu-Tang, things like that. So I'm listening to that, Tribe Called Quest. Then I got my brothers who's playing Eminem, Lil Wayne, this, that, and the other. And just whatever I attracted to. Me, I was always like genre explorative. Like I always liked rock music and things like that. So I would listen to a lot of metal bands or alternative bands and things like that, R&B, neo soul, whatever the case may be. So in general, I've put all that together to kind of define my style and flow. I think that's why my flow is like one of my like craziest skills because I listen to so many different cadences and beats.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where that started from. If I say my like top influences that like if you like listen to me that you can like point out, Lil Wayne is definitely one, especially when I freestyle because like that was the thing. Yeah, that's how it came from. Yeah. And me and my brothers, all we would do was freestyle. Like we would freestyle and remix shit all the time. Like literally all the way down to like Georgia the Jungle theme song, remixing the Cheetah Girls, whatever was on TV. Because like I'll have to watch that stuff and they'll be beating on the table and things like that. Like so having that siblinghood really like pushed me to do it. And then also we were very competitive as a family. So I always knew I would rap better than all of them. And which now they're finally at the place where they'll admit it. But like, I used to tell my time like I'm definitely like the best rapper here. Like, but yeah, starting with that. But like yeah, Lil Wayne. I think more modern influences is Kendrick. Going back, obviously Jay-Z, Tupac, DMX. I really do love DMX. That sense of emotion and grit. I take something from all of those people that I grew up listening to, like Twista, like flow, speed. But then also vocabulary and cadence. And that. So yeah, it's just a mixture of a lot of things. I say,
definitely. You hit on the freestyle and like where did that come from? Like, cause do you have like a favorite like freestyle video of like a rapper that you've seen? Cause like there is one specifically in the back of my head. It was Meek Mill. Like seeing him outside
with the braids.
I was like, yo, that's what I was like.
I definitely watched. So I did. One of my brothers was into more like battle rap and things like that. So watching like Meek Mill old videos, things like that. Yes, Murder Mook.
Oh yeah, Murder Mook show.
What was the dude?
Was it Hitman Holla or like?
No, it was like Rain Man or something like that. But he's like. I don't touch the board, no stress the board. Yes, the 4-5 turned his eyes to a checkerboard. Fuck with you, checkerboard. He had some crazy shit. So like him, AR, what's his name?
Was it AR-Ab?
I was an AR-Ab, but people talk shit about him now. But Cassidy did used to have
Cassidy, for sure did.
But like nowadays he do be. But yeah, no, I did used to.
I'm
really
tripping.
Like
it was Cassidy.
Cassidy had some good freestyle.
He definitely has some shit. Who is it?
Corey Guns. Corey Guns was cold too.
See,
he was on that.
I knew a little bit, but not too much.
Okay.
But back to your question, when you say particular freestyle, Eminem, Despicable, was that Despicable? He went on for like 6-7 minutes or something like that. That was one. Lil Wayne, honestly, like any Wayne freestyle, things like that, or like I love those. And I'm trying to think of who else.
The Game had a couple too. The Game had like
the game's
50
actually,
something.
The game's actually pretty decent. Like I listened to some of his albums. Or like I used to love the BET ciphers. Kendrick cipher where he was like going off on everybody. Yeah, so plenty of different ones. Fine. Yeah.
I feel you.
Let's get into some of your freestyles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You've had a couple clips, going virals on the webs and stuff. So let's touch on what was it, Hannah G Beats? Hannah G Beats. Yeah. So how did that come about? And like,
so really, I would see like all the videos pop up, and I was like, it's scripted.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to do it. So I hit him up, and he actually responded sooner than I thought he would, and then he connected me with his manager. His manager is super chill and like easy to converse with. He films out in New York, and as he's gotten bigger, he goes everywhere because he was at Rolling Loud. He was at like the Brooklyn Nets game, like things like that. But yeah, I set up my flight and we had like the little setup time or whatever. And he is all his beats.
Oh, fire.
So yeah, so I went through his beats, and at first I had one beat that I was gonna do that was a more like hype one. But something with me is I always, anytime I have to do like one of those platform freestyles, I always like toggle between like, do I want something that's like hype and hard hitting, real bar heavy that like is real catchy to like a simple ear, or do I want something that really just like shows like the essence of who I am as an artist? And I always end up leaning to the whole essence aspect. So I originally had a beat that was like a Sexy Red type, which it didn't really sound like a Sexy Red. No shade, no tea, but it did it. But it was a harder beat. But then I ended up choosing a Kendrick type beat, and it was like real smooth and soulful. And I just liked it because it was something that I could run off on. I could kind of do a little bit of storytelling, but it had some crazy bars in there. I really do love that verse. That was a really good verse. Yeah.
No, that's dope.
So you went to New York for that?
Yeah.
For that one? Okay,
Yeah.
because you said now he travels. Now
Now he
cool,
moves
cool,
around.
cool.
But I don't think he's ever came to Chicago with, which is crazy because we got the Buckingham Fountain. He could set up there. It'd be nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We might have to collab with bro.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, his people was like pretty smooth to work with. So yeah.
No, that's super dope. That's super dope. And it was a fire ass freestyle too.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. And then we know you also did one with a Culture Cams and
Campus Culture.
Campus Culture. I said Culture Cams. And that's out of University of Illinois, correct?
Yeah. And I recently got in touch with Lamont and that whole platform. So Campus Culture is through U of I. Lamont is actually one of the professors there. He teaches like I don't know exactly what he teaches, but it's music hip hop, like music hip hop theory or something like that. But along those lines. And he basically created this platform like utilizing the school's like studios and resource center. Really nice professional setup, all great professional equipment, great like engineers and producers and all that stuff in the building. And basically majority of people are artists that are from Champaign-Urbana or Chicago coming down. Yeah. And he sends you the beats or whatever, and you just do your thing. And everyone's in the room, and you one after the other. Have a small interview with them, and you go on. It's a great platform. I really enjoy doing them. I did 3 so far, so I said I was gonna rest a little bit, but I'll probably go back on another time.
Oh, that's fire.
I gave him a 3 for 3. So
hey, 3 for 3, yeah. That's fire. Hell yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So now that we're kind of coming off the back of NVII, what's really on the horizon for you? Like what do you kind of have planned? I guess kind of rolling out of 2025, heading into 2026. What's really on like your roadmap?
Yeah, so it's fourth quarter. I'm not trying to do too much. I just really want to focus on marketing and promoting NVII. But at the end of this month, on the 24th, me and one of my producers, Flapjacks, we have a track releasing on his, every month he does a beat tape, and sometimes he'll stuff. So it's on his Halo Lo-Fi tape. He's a lo-fi producer. So that's dropping on the 24th. Working on visuals for the EP. We just finished Crash Out visual. I actually have a video shoot tomorrow for a track that's not even out. It's more like a socio-political track that I just had something in my heart that I wanted to rap about. And then next week I have another video shoot for Inshallah, which is the outro of NVII. So right now it's visuals and marketing, but I'm prepping for 2026 because all those crib sessions and Bars at the Bar is coming back. So we'll be bringing back the second season of Bars at the Bar, which I'm so excited about because it's so fun, y'all. Like I literally have such a good time doing it. But bringing back Bars at the Bar, bringing back the crib sessions, and I will be dropping again. Me and my other producer, I was at Phoenix. We're gonna have a collab tape dropping, and then I'm already starting to work on Deluxe. So,
fire!
NVII Deluxe can be expected by the end of November.
Man, that's all gas.
All gas. Got the freestyle, got the visuals, got the Deluxe.
For real,
just trying to stay busy. Like when you really love music and love what you do, like love your craft. When you're not doing it, it's kind of like, cause even now, like after I dropped NVII, I'm like, I want to rest, focus on the marketing. Like I'm trying to get in the move. Like for sure.
So I wanted to ask before we get out of here, what's like the track on NVII that is like your favorite?
Yeah, let's dive into that.
You know what I'm saying? And then like,
so for the longest, it was Crash Out. For the longest, it was Crash
That's
Out.
my favorite song.
Yeah, a lot of people like Crash Out. Crash Out is like my baby. But then when I made Walks.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine.
Walks kind of took over because like
that Jesus Walks is crazy.
Yeah, because Walks wasn't supposed to be on the EP. My original intro was the Who's Watching.
Okay.
And then it was everything else. But after going through everything I was going through and now I'm talking about in that EP, like I got into that car accident in May and that set me down for months. Like I really wasn't able to, like I think in May I performed at Metro. Me and the homies, we opened for Currency. And that was like at the end of May, and like even then, like the car accident was like days before that show, and I just like had to like have hella painkillers just so I could get through that set. And then after that, my body like was like shut down, like you can't do nothing else. So I was like literally bedridden from like all through June, July. I did one show in July just because I was being hard headed. I paid for it shortly after that, And then August, I really got back on my feet with it, and I just was like, nah, like I wanted something to show, like nah, like we really resilient and we really persevere through all the trials and tribulations that come our way, and like really do it. And I think that Walks really hit. I was like going to the vitamin shop, and I was in so much pain, but Jesus Walks came on, and I just was getting obsessed with all the background. And I text my producer, I'm like, who was watching this good, but it's not good enough to be my intro. Like, and if y'all do have time to go through my catalog, the intros and outros always go crazy. Like Walks is competing in my mind right now with Fed Up. That's my LINU intro.
Okay.
So if you have time to go to LINU, listen to Fed Up, you'll see why I say that. But yeah, Walks is my favorite because I just felt like it just tied everything.
Hell yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up, crew. Let's not overlook the project real quick because I'm thinking about the lineup in my head. So my other favorite song on there is also God Body.
Oh.
And I realized on the project you only have, I think, 2 features.
Yeah.
How did you kind of go through that selection process of who you're gonna bring on this journey with you from like a feature standpoint?
Features are very special to me because it's like there's so many people who are talented and it's like good, but that doesn't mean that you always work well together and sound good or whatever.
Yeah,
and then a lot of people are busy. It's hard to get on one accord. But sometimes it's like you see people, you hear people, and you're like, I really want to work with them. And God Body has Jay and Sandy on it. That is also one of my favorites. The whole project I really enjoy. But when I first seen Jay perform, I think it was at Blackout hosted by Karian Wee, and I performed that night, and then he always performs with Karian. He was like just killing it, and it was just like something that you don't see in the scene. Like you're not seeing gay guys like out here popping their shit, really doing it, and like he knows how. Like he real rapping, real gritty, real guarded. Yeah, like he got them bitches, and then he also has star power. Like he's attractive in a sense of not just physically attractive, but just the aura is attractive. And when I thought that like it was a duo that people wouldn't see coming, but would be like, you know what, hell yeah, like I fuck with this. And for me, like he's a very androgynous individual as well because like he's balanced in his masculinity and femininity as am I. And I really wanted to showcase that in a way. And I feel like certain parts of that femininity that I would like to showcase he could bring to the table. And as well as his gritty, like even on there, he had a real gritty voice on there. Like, and he did like 2 takes. Like the first version, I think the second time when he came, he was like a little sick. He was like, oh, like I wonder when my voice was about. He's like, that actually go crazy. Like it sound real, like yeah. So it was just like, and then I love ballroom culture. I love drag and all that, and I just wanted to show that and then have someone who's actually truly a part of that lifestyle and really understands that. Be a part of the track was good, and then also like the track is called God Body because, like I said, like God is an androgynous being, and like there's a lot of beauty and power in being androgynous and having that balance, feminine, and just even psychologically speaking, like having a balance, and really just being in tune in that way. So I really wanted to be like a real pop your shit track. Like I didn't want it to have to be like focused on being in a more spiritual sense, but like nah, we popping our shit, and it's like really kind of flexy. And so that was great. And then Mother's on Running in Place. And Mother, that's a childhood friend. We went to elementary school together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But like throughout the years, we weren't always like attached to the hip. Like we went to different high schools, we went to different colleges. But you know how Chicago is. Like you just end up knowing somebody that knows somebody.
100%.
It's a big, small ass city. So like somehow throughout the years, we'll always rekindle to like just check in with each other, something like that. And then once she started making music, I was like, oh yeah. And then she'll always ask me like, oh, like, how do you be in these places or this and the other? I'm like, man, I just meet people, put myself in the face. And I wanted to put her on track with me, and I'm like, we gonna do this. Like, motherfuckers need to hear you. Like, motherfuckers need to hear what you're doing. Because her music is great. She just dropped a track too. So yeah, listen to Mother. Yeah, I just want, and it's just good to work with like a childhood friend in general.
Yeah.
So having her on there, her voice, her vibe, the beat immediately made me think of her because she does like Mother mixes and they'll be like covers and just the beat reminded me of one of her other remixes that she did. And I think this fit your style. And then coincidentally, like we both were going through a process of grief at the same time. So it was like divine time and it all lined up with it.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
I feel you. And to kind of end out, because we just hit time, what do you want people to take away from V2?
To really keep going. Because like, you know, to be resilient, like it's really a testament to resilience, and I think that's why I like you guys right up where you said like it's like an open diary, but but at the same time, it still like connects with other people, and that's how that series is supposed to be. Like, I am strictly telling my story and experiences, and these are real stories and experiences. Like when I'm talking about like on Who's Watching, like, you know, kind of worried that someone's gonna try to hurt me at this time of night. Like I'm talking about mental health and dealing with, you know, people who are going through mental health in my family, and like those situations that I was in. When I'm talking about, you know, remember when I thought our pain would torture us for ages? Like, you know, I was diagnosed with autoimmune disease. I couldn't walk for a significant period of time, and like I had to get through that naming the track walks. You know, like this is real. These are real stories, real life moments. But just showing like how I persevere and how I get there, and I still, you know, have time to pop my shit, have fun, go out, you know, and then it's still, you know, the relationships and all that. So it's just about just being resilient and like, like really, like I always tell people, like, just get your mind right and like keep going. Like you can't let shit just hold you back for real. Or if not, it gets to the point where ain't nobody gonna care but you. So you gotta always care for you. Do what you need to do to just keep going.
I feel that's perfect. We'll end on that note. Resiliency, man.
Man.
Appreciate you, Naithemosthigh.
I appreciate y'all. It's been such a great time talking to y'all.
No, it's been good. It's been good. Y'all listen to that NV2, please.
Go tap in.
But yeah, that's it. Podcast.